Okay, I got time to float along until I reach the water. Falling down, I wonder if I'll burn out when I hit the bottom. Every day I'm swimming through the galaxy, I feel the heat. The sun is shining through the blinds and washing over me. I see the giants waving me on over.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope my mic is sounding better. I downloaded some software, fix up my settings in OBS. Hopefully it's sounding better. This video, I'm not playing Master Duel. We're focusing on the new Yugi cards that are being released in the next OCG Core Booster Set Legacy of Destruction. So, of course, I thought it was going to be Gandora or Buster Blader, because they're going to be focusing on the animes that are left for the 25th anniversary. So we got a bunch of retrains of the Yugi archetype. They're focused on this card. We're gonna go over some combos that I've already thought of with these cards. There's some cute like retrains that you can see: the gadgets, Marshmallow, the Silent Magician. Um, but let's start off with the continuous spell. So this spell pretty much is cannot be destroyed by my monster effects. So we'll get over why this is important when we talk about Gandora, but and this is reference to the Gold Sark. If you watch the final duel against the Pharaoh, against Atem, Monster Reborn was in this Gold Sark, and that stopped Atem from summoning back Slifer for game. So that's why Yugi won. I think he won with Silent Swordsman as well, if I remember correctly. I haven't rewatched the anime in a while, but yeah. So this can search anything that mentions it, any card, so that's going to be important for later. And then if your opponent special summons a monster from the graveyard, you can discard any spell and then target one of those monsters, send it to the graveyard. So very good basis of the archetype here. I think the second most important card here is the tricolor gadget, like all the gadgets together. This card, if it's normal special summon, it can search the Gold Sark itself, or it can search a spell trap that mentions it, and if it's destroyed, it can set a trap from the deck. This is important here. So these cards, you get to each other because this can search a card. This can search the Gold Sark itself. So this gadget can get to the Gold Sark, and then Gold Sark can get to anything in the archetype. So these two are going to be the best two starters in the deck. It's a machine. I don't know if there's any way to get this out of the deck. There's probably some combos, like some cards that are already available to get an Earth Machine out of the deck, but very good basis here. So let's go up to Gandora now. So this is the boss monster. If you control the Gold Sark, you can special summon it. So if you start off with the Gold Sark, or you start off with the gadget, you can just search this, and then you can pay half your life points and wipe the field. The Gold Sark stays on the field because it can be destroyed by monster effects, and then you banish everything that you destroyed, and you special summon one level 7 or lower monster in your deck that mentions Gold Sark. So pretty much anything else in the archetype you can special summon except for Gandora if you use this effect. Very good, and then it gains the attack for each banished card. Pretty much Gold Sark or Gadget is pretty much a one card wipe the field. That's pretty good. So now we have the retrains of the Silent Swordsman 0. Once returned during your standby phase, you can increase this card's level by 1. So if you know the original Silent Swordsman and the original Silent Magician, there we go, Silent Magician here. This is one of my favorites. It was really good in Master Duel. It gains the attack for the original one gained the attack for its level, or it got spell counters and then it gained attack for its level, and then it can level up into the level 8. But we have this one down here. These two. This one, while you control this card with current level higher than its level, it gains attack. So if it gets to, let's see, if it gets to level 8, it gains 2,000 attack. So it'll be a 3k beater once you get to level 8. And then when your opponent activates a card effect that targets Gold Sark or any monster that mentions it, so pretty much your entire field, any targeted effects, you can just negate it for free and then increase its level, so it gets boosted to 1500 if you're starting off with 1000. And we'll get into why these two cards are very good for the archetype later when we talk about the spell, which I think is the most powerful spell in the archetype other than the Gold Sark itself. Now we have the Silent Magician 0. If your opponent draws a card, you can increase this card's level by the number drawn. So, going back to the Silent Magician, The old one was like each card in your opponent's hand, or each time your opponent it gets a spell counter, and then we could look at Swordsman as well. Let's look at this one, the regular Swordsman. During your standby phase, you can send it to level up. So it's calling back during the standby phase, and then if your opponent draws a card, it calls back. It has the same effect. It gains the 500 due to the difference in the level. And then when your opponent activates a spell card or effect while you control Gold Sark, you negate it and then increases level. So Silent Magician 0, way better than the Silent Swordsman 0 because it's just a spell negate, which is very powerful. Stop Duster on like maybe the Gold Sark. I wish this was just a monster negate, but there's another monster negate in the archetype we'll get into, but turn negation is still pretty good. Let's look at the old Swordsman level 7. This also negated all spell effects on the field. Okay, that's different. Okay. And now we have our boy, Marshmallow. This card is a combo with another card in the archetype. We'll get into it. So I control Gold Sark. This card cannot be destroyed by battle, and you cannot target other monsters for attack, so they have to attack into it, and it can't be destroyed by battle, so it's very hard to get rid of if you summon this in like the battle phase. And then during your opponent's turn, you can summon it. So if you control Gold Sark, the summon during the battle phase, you don't take damage, and if it's destroyed by card effect, you can special summon itself. So if you have anything in your deck, you can just special summon itself, and then it'll take 1,000 damage. As a callback to the original Marshmallow. This one just can't be destroyed by battle, and then if it's attacked, the attacking player takes 1k. So, yeah. That's little cute glasses right there. So now we have turn silence. Target one face-up monster you control increases level by 3, so this would pretty much boost them by 1500. These two Silent Magician, the silent cards. And then if it's activated in response to your opponent's monster effect while you control Gold Sark and a monster that mentions it, negate that opponent's effect. So this is a monster negate. Also can be used in a damage calc because it increases the attack, I think. Or does it just increases the level? So I'm not sure if it increases the but either way, it's a monster negate, quick effect, very good. During damage calc, if your monster mentions Gold Sark battles, you can banish it and then end the battle phase, so it's pretty good. End the battle phase, you have 2 forms of battle protection here. Now, this is the card that I want to talk about, Tides of Friendship. If you control Gold Sark and a monster that mentions it, so remember what I said about the Gold Sark and the gadget? If you start with Gold Sark, just search the gadget, then the gadget searches the Tides of Friendship, and then the Tides of Friendship can special summon up to 2 level 4 or lower monsters with different names from your hand or deck that mentions Gold Sark, and then you lock it out of the extra deck for the rest of the turn. So you start off with the Gold Sark, or you start off with the gadget. Gadget searches the Gold Sark, and then Gold Sark can search the Tides of Friendship, and Tides of Friendship summons 0, Magician 0, and Swordsman 0, so you have both on the field. And they can just control the game from there with the other spells if you hard draw other spells. So we have the Silence for this future, add-on monster. So you probably get this one first, because this one just adds a monster. If you activate it during the battle phase and you have a monster and a Gold Sark, you can draw up to 6. So this is referencing the Silent Magician. It's the Silent Burning card. I used to play this in Duel Links. That drew 6. As you know, Card of Sanctity drew 6 in the anime. It's not so good in the TCG or the OCG. This one draws it to 6 if you activate it during the battle phase. You control Silent Magician monster, so it's a retrain of that. And we have the final trap here. This is a retrain of the gadget trap. It can be a trap monster, and it gains 1,000 attack for each card control that is Gold Sark or monster that mentions it. So this can get very big. And if your opponent declares an attack while you control Gold Sark, you can destroy that monster if it attacks into it. Or if any monster attacks in it. So very strong basis for the archetype. It already has a monster searcher. It has pretty much 2 Omni searchers through the Gold Sark of Light and the gadget. It has a very powerful spell that's pretty much gonna be you want to open this or you want to search it. And then it has the 2 control tools with the Vision 0 and the Swordsman 0. And then it has a boss monster with the new Gendora. It also has like battle protection to do this, and the, the stronghold of the hidden forest. It's pretty cool. Maybe they'll give us some Egyptian god support because I know Yami, Yami-Yugi or Atem abuse the Egyptian gods, summoning all three. So maybe they have something like that for the, because maybe they'll focus on the final duel against the Pharaoh since they're referencing the gold Sark of Light. So maybe they'll give us some Egyptian god support, maybe some Dark Magician support coming. Maybe that's why they cheaped out on the structure deck. We can only hope. But yeah, pretty cool retrains here, very fun. I'll probably play this when these cards are play this for fun. Seems like a cool archetype here. Full control archetype. I like the control aspects of Yu-Gi-Oh, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.